I want like the Irv Gotti thing. I feel like is important.
Yeah, we just
but
gotta say
but
R.I.P.
but like, unfortunately, nobody cares.
Yeah,
not enough people care.
And that's all we can say.
Yeah.
We can say like, bro, rest in peace, but no, not enough people really care, bro. Like,
But his contribution to like hip hop is like, it's just ridiculous. Like, so that's unfortunate that he did so much, and then when he died, like it was like, okay, well, damn, our guy who died. Okay.
we don't have anything right now that hip hop does without Irv Gotti. He's really one of
Bro,
those major founding fathers.
dog. Yeah, exactly.
All right, man. Can I see the paper?
Oh.
Man, been a while.
Yeah.
A lot of shit.
We back.
We back.
Always a lot to talk about, man, with people, you know what I'm saying?
What you always be saying? Let's get into it.
Let's get into it.
Let's get into it. All right, we gotta go. Let's go.
So we're gonna talk about the Super Bowl. We're gonna talk about all that. You know what I mean? We're gonna let it build a little bit. You know what I'm saying? And we'll start with a relationship topic, actually. You know what I'm saying? So this is interesting. Sheryl Ralph, esteemed actor, who's on Abbott Elementary right now, just recently made headlines by saying that she's been married for over 20 years to her longtime husband, and one of the keys to their, marriage has been the fact that they live separately. Like, they don't, so not long distance dating, but a long distance marriage. And I mean, they're still together. So that was real interesting to me. Like, I'll say my part first. Like, well, I couldn't do it.
You couldn't?
But I've seen a lot of people saying that they're like, they rock with it.
It's the only way. It's the only way to live.
All right, elaborate.
I'm gonna elaborate. So, and let me try to paraphrase what she said. I don't know what she said verbatim.
He has his own life. I have my own life. He has his own real career. I have my own real career. We also live in separate places. When I go to see him, love to see him. When it's time to leave, bye-bye, see you soon. I'm telling you, life is good.
Hey, it works for her if she's got to figure.
Yeah.
But she said, when I'm there, I love it. And when it's time to go, I be ready. That's what she said.
That's a great quote.
She said, I be ready when it's time to go. So, guys, I'm a, what do they call me? What do they call Ye? Like a free thinker? What's that?
That was the term that that people started running with.
So I've been a free thinker and an autistic person. Let me touch on that. Guys, now that Ye has admitted he's autistic, I can admit it too. I'm autistic. I'm high functioning autistic. It's whatever, man. It's all good. Okay. So, since like 17, 18, high school, I've been running around telling people I would get married. I just wouldn't live with my partner.
Oh, really? And
this is the reason why. It's not on some ego shit. It's not on some let me go and cheat and do things in private. What it is really, I think I noticed early, I love my sister. You know what I mean?
Okay.
When she went to college, I loved her more. It was
absence makes the heart grow fonder.
We didn't fight all the time. We didn't have the same conversations that lead to a fight all the time. And eventually it just got to the point where I realized like, oh, I appreciate you, but we're not the same. And sometimes those like incongruencies, they can get a little jagged over time, and start to really ruffle your partner's feathers. So I've been on the let's be separate wave. And then when I really started looking into it, people been doing this for years. Frida Kahlo and her husband, Diego Rivera. Like, but they are artists and creatives. So
yeah, it's a different lifestyle. It makes sense for their lifestyle. And I was pulled up the article. It said every 2 weeks we saw each other, and it has continued to work out well. So 20 years.
You know what I mean?
20 years is 20 years. You gotta respect it.
And think about that. Think about the things you're developing through that. You're developing a deeper level of trust because you're not overseeing somebody constantly. You're trusting them to move correctly outside of your viewpoint. And that's what, you know, when you're with your daughter, when she leaves your view and you're willing to let her do that, that means you developed a deeper level of trust, reliability. When you see that person cross a nation to do their duty for you, you realize, like, wow, it's not just that they were in the right proximity. They really had the intention to do for me. They wanted to. So it's just a lot of things that get built up through that sort of existence. But I can see the things that get like reduced as well. Yeah, like quality time.
I think that in the same breath of saying absence makes the heart grow fonder, we know through just all these dating shows that proximity and time spent with somebody accelerates the process, right?
Yeah, definitely.
Like you create a deeper bond the more time you're around somebody and all that. Obviously, everybody needs their space in the confines of a marriage, because I don't think if you're not married, you don't need to live together. But in the confines of a marriage, I'm such a physical touch, that's my love language, and like all of that. I'm very affectionate. Like I couldn't do it. But I respect people that do it, and if it's working, it's working. But I was really surprised by the amount of people that were saying, "Oh yeah, like that's fire." So just what we've been taught traditionally in the example of the one house, everybody's together, this and that. That's just kind of ingrained. But it's 2025, so there's a lot of unconventional situations. Neither one is right or wrong. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, it's just an option.
Yeah.
And it's like an option that before was like considered a non-option. Like you can't do that.
Yeah.
But then so I'll get into some more personal stuff. So I remember what age I was when I realized my grandparents, they have separate rooms. You know what I mean?
And I was gonna say something about that. Not about but just that.
Yeah, like that's an aspect of certain things. You go back to the 50s, like, and you watch TV.
There were 2 beds.
It's 2
in the
beds.
Bedroom. I just was talking about.
So it's like, you know what I mean? Sometimes we get so used to a certain existence that we forget that we've already done another one. We've already done the unconventional existence, and it's just become non-popular. So think about this too. It's a flex. Like it's kind of a flex to say like let's imagine y'all got penthouses across the hall from each other. We don't live together. So marriage and living in one home is also a function of finance. It was 2 people working together to provide shelter because they probably maybe couldn't do it on their own. Or sometimes in the case of the woman back in the day, she certainly couldn't do it on her own, and she definitely was relying on dude.
Right.
So as we grow and we become like different in our, gender roles and stuff like that, women have more freedoms, more equality.
They get in a bigger bag now.
Facts. And men are becoming, forgive this word, but somewhat more submissive to women in some ways. Or
domesticated.
Yes, domesticated and open to new ideas. We are going to start to have to develop new marriage practices because the ones that we're trying to fit into right now, when you can make it work, it is the most optimal thing. When you can make that work. Our personality types in 2025 ain't really making it work a lot. We really being selfish. We really not being accountable. We really not putting ourselves in service of our partner. And hey, it's cool to be obedient to your partner, okay?
Yes.
It's not such a bad thing to be obedient to your partner, men included. So girls, don't get mad at that word obedience, man.
And I don't think this will work. I don't think this will work for 2 people that work, a 9 to 5 or
It won't.
You work at Costco and then the other person works at, Home Depot, and we just I see you every 2 weeks, for what?
Well, if y'all live in the same city and y'all seeing each other every 2 weeks, y'all are homies.
But
Yeah.
the separate room things, I can somewhat understand. But
Yeah. I mean, because you get to a point where, you know, everybody got their man cave. You know, if you got more rooms in the house, the woman has her studio, salon, whatever, private space. So, hey, man, just be open to new ideas.
Yeah. Shout out to them.
Hey,
And I think she just won a
Emmy?
Yeah, for Abbott.
Was it her first Emmy or this was the second one or something like that?
Good question.
I remember it was
the first.
It was a big deal at some point that she won an Emmy.
The first. Yeah, she's been at it a long time.
All right. You know, the other night I was asleep. I had fallen asleep early, and I woke up and I looked at my phone. LUKA Doncic traded for Anthony Davis.
Oh, so you weren't awake when it happened?
Wasn't awake, and I woke up at I probably woke up at 2 a.m, and the trade probably went down at midnight.
Yeah.
And I saw it, and I was like, I mean, we gonna say the same thing everybody else said. This is a fake trade, bro. This is not real. Is this what is the source that I'm looking at? I need to see 4 or 5 more sources for this.
Yeah.
But then it was confirmed.
Yeah, I was up, and I got the alert, and
ESPN.
It was I got the official joint.
So you was like,
I didn't question it because it came from the official joint.
That's official.
And then I go to the group chat. A couple people was up. Yeah. So I was like, wow, okay. Very unexpected.
Very.
You know, he's 25 years old.
Who won the trade? We don't even got to break it down at first. Who won the trade?
I mean, I'm gonna say Dallas won the trade. That's what I'll say in terms of if we talking about basketball.
Yeah.
So you know.
Okay, I see that. I see what you're saying.
Talking about basketball. If they're in a position to win right now.
Facts.
You know, they got a 2-way player, Hall of Famer, which I don't know. People acting like AD is not top 75. But you know, if he stays healthy, they just they'll go back to the finals possibly. They got a chance.
Yeah, they do.
As to and Kyrie has a chance to be the lead guard now.
Facts.
Play make more, do his thing. He's been doing his thing, but he gonna really get to do his thing now.
Yep.
And run that.
AD
team.
get to be running the 4 now.
The 4, you got other bigs.
Facts.
And so, whereas the Lakers have a lot to figure out.
A lot of questions.
They got a lot to figure out. And I hope they figure it out. You know, I'm a Laker fan, so.
Hey, man.
But for the business of basketball and the future, the jersey sales, the ticket sales, the global aspect of the NBA.
Oh yeah.
The Lakers made a great move because Bron is about to retire. You know what I'm saying? And you got a young superstar, European superstar.
Facts.
You know what I'm saying? To just draw in the fans for the next 10 years. You know what I'm saying? And you can build around him. Are they ready? Are the Lakers going to win now? No, they're not. But, you know what I'm saying? It's going to be a good situation for LUKA to be around Bron, for sure.
I'm going to write down 2 questions. The first question is, why did they trade LUKA Doncic? Why did Dallas do this?
Shit.
In your brain, what do you think is going on?
Well, just from the information that we all have available, one of the execs at Dallas said that defense wins championships.
Facts, yeah.
So that would imply that he was a defensive liability, which was on display in the finals.
They were in the finals last year, though, bro. They were at the finals, bro.
Yeah, he was ineffective from that standpoint.
You remember the what was the series?
Celtics.
Dallas Celtics. Well, it was was it 4 games to 2 or what? Was it?
Yeah, probably. I don't remember that. I mean,
so
it was decisive though.
4 games to 2 isn't trade your star player vibes, especially when that star player is apparently the future face of the league. It's not even. This is gonna be the best player when LeBron leaves. So what?
Financials is they obviously he was eligible for the Supermax coming up. They save over $100 million.
I get 80.
Yeah, by not having to pay Luka that Supermax.
Okay.
And the third was there were concerns about his conditioning.
I think that's what it is.
Weight, conditioning, go hand in hand. So it's like, I heard Melo say this, so shout out to Melo. He said, these habits don't necessarily get better over time.
They certainly don't.
They get
better.
worse.
They get worse.
So
bro.
it's like, if we're really gonna make this huge investment into this guy that we don't know, we don't know. There's a little uncertainty, or do we know that we have a small window to win now, and we can do it? We just gotta, you know what I'm saying?
Hey,
So
I'm on your same page with it, bro. I'm looking at it like Dallas won this trade because, first of all, immediately they're more effective basketball-wise.
yeah,
Like, immediately. And more than that, I'm thinking there has to be something more, I don't want to say sinister, but just more scandalous going on. Because, and I don't even want to say scandalous. I feel like what really, like you already touched on it, I just feel like they were like majorly butting heads on the conditioning thing. Like maybe getting angry in the conversations about it type shit. Like, bro, $350 million is what we're going to give you. Stop eating. And then he's probably like, no, I'm Luka.
You saw about he was drinking the beer after the game.
That's, yeah.
Michael Finley took the beer out of his head. It's like,
Bruh, stop, bruh. It's like, sometimes when you got that star player, I think sometimes they don't really believe what my mama say, fat meat is greasy. Like, bruh, we told you, if you don't stop, we're not fucking with that.
Yeah, but this is kind of crazy because this is crazy because we never seen two all NBA players get traded for each other.
Actually, people keep saying that, and just 2 years ago, or what was it, 3 years ago, Ben Simmons and James Harden.
They got traded for each other?
They got traded for each other. Philly to Brooklyn.
Wow.
So people keep saying that, and it's like,
that's what I heard. I'm like, oh
yeah.
shit, we ain't never like word. Like,
yeah, this is definitely different than that because at that point Ben Simmons was kind of very trash.
Yeah.
Like he had some whatever fears he was going on in his brain. Yeah, and also James Harden was kind of not. I'm not a James Harden fan.
James Harden.
Yeah, so but this is definitely the most bombshell trade that you could ever expect. This is one of those trades that fake pages make up all the time.
Luka to the Lakers.
Luka to the Lakers.
I like it though. I like it for both teams. But
you like it as a Lakers fan?
yeah, I like it because he can learn a lot from Brown. Like I said, of what it takes to get your body right.
Yeah.
What it takes to be great. How to be a professional. He's gonna get a lot of off the court opportunities in
That's
LA.
a fact.
So for the future of the Lakers, they always get a star. You know what I'm saying? Kobe was after Kobe. They had was down for a while. They went and got Bron. They got a ring. Now Bron's out, on the way out.
Yeah.
So you got to get Luka. You got it's LA, so they always got to have a superstar.
Yeah, that's facts.
And guys are not lining up to go to LA because it's a lot of pressure.
You think they will be now? Play with Luka and LeBron? Bro, they got to be lining up right now, bro. I can play with Luka and LeBron for maybe a year or two.
Well, maybe like the role players, but no, I don't see other star players wanting to do that.
Oh, they don't need no more star players. Yeah. Let's not.
Yeah. So like
maybe if they could get like a big, I don't know what big, what.
I don't know.
Maybe they could poach bro from Miami. What's bro name? Bam. Maybe they can get Bam from, because he's not a star, but he is at that level.
He could fit into that. Yeah,
where he could be effective with the Lakers.
Yeah,
so maybe if they could go do that.
Yo, that would be crazy.
I like that. I would like that. That would be fire.
But yeah, we'll see, man. The league.
We'll see. Is it a conspiracy though?
Nah,
Did the league
I think it's business.
set this up?
Who knows? I mean, from what I know,
they got to keep the Lakers at the top of the game.
Nah, They ain't been at the top of the game. They won 5 years ago, and they ain't been back since. Oh, they went to the Western
but they've
Conference.
had LeBron though
Yeah.
at the top of the TV game. Is what I'm talking
With the
about.
TV deal and
Yeah.
everything and all that. I mean, who knows? There's always some type of collusion, you know. But this was only 2 people knew about this, and it was it was Rob Pelinka
and Nico Barnes, the Mavs.
They told no one, no agents, no players, no coaches, just them 2.
That's where my mind gets into conspiracy mode. You didn't tell Jason Kidd, bro.
So
you didn't tell LeBron, bro. Like, what y'all talking about, bro?
So that what I'm saying is like it made sense for both of them.
You didn't tell Mark Cuban, bro.
But he's kind of sold most of it. He's not.
He got 20% still though.
Yeah.
You need to, bro. So yeah, it's like that was a weird one. But like you said,
I think it was business. It's business. Sometimes it's just business.
All right, man. I'm looking for conspiracies, bro. I want something crazy to be occurring at all times, which is why we're about to hit on this next topic.
Yeah.
1 second.
All right.
I guess we can get into what you want for next, the Grammy?
Sure.
All right.
Because I really didn't watch it, so I don't have much commentary, but
we're just gonna hit on the highlights. All right.
Which I usually watch it. Billboard charts.
Weirdo vibes. Okay. So shit. Let's get into that part. And so he's a musical artist, and musical artists normally receive their rewards from the Grammys. So let's pop in there.
All right.
You didn't watch the Grammys this year.
Nah.
You were boycotting like the Weeknd.
I usually always watch the Grammys. You
don't fuck with the Grammys because they haven't given Beyonce Album of the Year. Is that what it was?
Nah, they ain't let my man Chris Brown perform.
Fuck him.
Hey, breezy.
Grammys apologize to Ty.
Hey, listen.
Apologize to my boy.
No smoke.
All right, so you ain't check it out. I didn't really watch it, but I caught the highlights.
Yeah.
Doechii won Best Hip Hop Album.
Yeah, saw that.
Is that regular? Is that cool? Are you cool with that? Because she was competing against Peak Rock and Common.
Okay.
Future and Metro.
Which one? The We Don't Trust You? Or We Still Don't?
We Don't Trust You.
We Don't Trust You. Okay.
Eminem, Houdini, or whatever his album was called, Eminem, and somebody else.
Okay.
I think Lotto. I think maybe
Lotto got nominated? Shout out to Lotto.
I think maybe, but I might have made that up. So, Pete Rock and Common, Doechii, Future and Metro, Eminem, Doechii wins it. What are your thoughts? She does it for all the black girls.
I'm not mad at it. You know what I'm saying? The album was dope. It was different. It was creative. It was
fire. Yeah.
All the adjectives, artistic. Yeah. She was getting busy on there. She was rapping. You know what I'm saying? And then she also had the vibes like Slide. That's my song right there. Yeah. I respect. She was telling stories.
She was doing everything very well, man. She was doing everything very well.
It didn't. The whole album didn't sound the same.
Yep.
You had
diverse.
Boom baps. You had like melodic.
See, that's my joint. That boom bap.
Oh,
that's my joint right there.
Yeah.
I ain't gonna lie to you, but the truth about me is I can't fuck with that Harriet Tubman music, bro. When you trying to get the slaves freed, I can't fuck with it.
Okay.
That's just a joke, everybody. Get used to my humor. So I can't get with her. I can't get with her winning. I can't get with her winning Best Hip Hop Album.
Over who? So who should have won?
If we're not gonna give it to the
based on the nominees, like
I'm basing on the nominees. Yeah. If we're not gonna give it to the album that made the greatest impact in rap music last year, which will be We Don't Trust You, like clearly that album set up rap for the remainder of the year. Then Then it was J. Cole. Might delete later. Then in my mind, if we don't give it to We Don't Trust You, we got to give it to Pete Rock and Common. Because Pete Rock and Common, I don't think Pete Rock has ever won a Grammy. I don't think Common has ever won a Grammy. It was a phenomenal album. It did everything the GOTTI album did. And it's for two guys who've been in the game for 30 years. So it's a little weird to me that GOTTI will win because Eminem is there. Okay, he's the top selling artist of rap history. We have J. Cole, apparently the best lyricist in rap, who made a phenomenal project as well with Might Delete Later. We Don't Trust You had clearly the greatest impact, but we give it to this girl who, if I ask most people what her album sound like, they would say, "What you talking about? I don't get it. What you mean? Who is that? What is the word you just said?"
It's not the first time they'll do that. They've done that. Something like this. I mean, obviously, Future is my favorite artist right now, favorite rapper.
Yeah.
So, I would have liked to see We Don't Trust You win. It was a good album. It was my most listened to album of last year.
Oh, for real?
Yeah.
Damn,
when I did my recap, that was my most listened to album. And GOTTI album, I'm not mad at it. I'm not mad
mad at it. I mean, but if we got to talk about it, that's what I'll say. Yeah. I ain't mad because she did that performance. She did an amazing performance.
Pluto, the year is over, but Pluto he had 3 number 1s in a year, you know what I mean? And in that, again, the impact that it had, not even just from that, but just throughout the entire year, you know what I'm saying? It just that energy carried on. Yeah,
that, the year before in rap was very lackluster, from sales to just even output. And that We Don't Trust You, when that dropped, it pushed rap right back to the top of everything. And so if I'm gonna give an album the best hip hop album of the year, I would probably give it to We Don't Trust You. Especially if I'm gonna let Kendrick sweep the Grammys,
TDEs.
They don't I think Metro and Future deserve something.
For sure.
Some sort of recognition from the Grammys for what they did for music last year. I feel like they should have got it. We're going to give everything to Kendrick, so they that can't win nothing because it's against Not Like Us. So let's just give this one to them and let GOTTI win next year when she produces another phenomenal record because she's a phenomenal artist. It's not a fluke. So
that's a fact. Shout out to GOTTI, man.
GOTTI, and so then at the Grammys, Beyonce won Album of the Year.
Okay.
Which is why you was protesting it because Jay-Z said the year before that Beyonce needs to win Album of the Year, and there you go. So did you like Country Cowboy Carter?
I ain't listened to the whole album. I'm not even gonna hold you.
Ty, you not listening to a lot of whole albums these days? What are you taking care of your kids or something? What do you focus on work?
You listening to everything. I need to get like you. I try. It's just not my vibe. I liked the previous album,
Renaissance.
I liked Renaissance.
That's Album of the Year.
Renaissance, but the Cowboy. I mean, it's just she has some joints on there though.
On the Cowboy Carter,
yeah.
There's some joints that Texas. This ain't Texas. That shit started to catch me after a while. Jolene.
She had the Dolly Parton. The
Blackbird joint.
Did she have Miley? She had Miley on the. On
the record.
She had joints, but just all together, just back to back to back, just. It's not my vibe.
It ain't you, bro.
Which is why I'm not going to the concert. No shade to the Beehive. But
let me ask you this. This is a fashion question. Are you gonna get some cowboy boots very soon? Are you locking in with the vibes?
I didn't plan on it.
Have you seen the trend?
I didn't know it was a trend. I seen it here and there, but not enough for me to be like, oh, this is popping now.
Okay. That's coming in the next year. Trust me.
Okay.
Trust me. You better not walk around. I better not see no spurs jingling, jangling when you walk in this bitch. Because you just said it on camera.
I can't really, you know what I'm saying? There's times where it's appropriate, but I feel like if you're not really on that, then
it's just kind of, it's cultural appropriation.
Yeah, like if you a real country dude or woman, like, and that's really your vibe,
yeah,
then I respect it because it's authentic. But if you're
if you're from Zone 6,
yeah, it's like, yo, what are you doing?
All right, so Beyonce won.
So you rock with it? You rock with the album?
Do I rock with the album? Like, bro, I don't want to be against a black woman. So, I mean, yeah, I rock with the album, but do I like rock with it for real? Like, I listen to it? No. I don't turn it on and play it or know any of the songs. Or
this is wild that she even had to do this, you know, country album to win. Like, I mean, there's a couple, you know what I mean?
Yeah, it's
she's a couple other times she could have won.
Yeah, the Renaissance. The first Renaissance, that was the
Lemonade.
Vibe. Yeah, I like Lemonade, but that Renaissance, that shit get me. That shit get me hyped.
When did Kanye pop out? Was that during the album of the year?
When he said at the Grammys?
When he said Taylor, yo, Beyonce had the best video or something like.
That was Single Ladies. That was in 2009.
So that wasn't for album of the year.
No, that was for
song, like,
that was a music video type shit.
VMA. Record of the year.
It was a VMA. She had the best music video of all time. That's what it was. Like, yeah. So I'm proud of Beyonce. I'm happy for her to add more trophies to her heavy shelf. But you know, we always talk about how the Grammys don't matter anyway. So we can't have it both ways. Like she can't have to. They can't have to give her a Grammy, and at the same time they don't matter. I don't know if it was the album of the year. You know what I mean? I didn't like the album that much.
I can't tell you because Sabrina Carpenter, shout out to her. The other nominees on, you know what I mean? I just...
You don't pay attention to
I'm going to give Beyonce... I'm going to root for everybody black.
That's what it is. Because if it was... Oh! I would have loved to see Andre 3000 get it. I'm not gonna lie.
3 Stacks.
I would have really. That would have been very interesting to me. He's a black person and a rapper that was playing flute, so that would have been a you know.
That'd have been a game changer.
That would have been a game changer. Like
for that to win.
Niggas would start wearing cowboy boots and playing flutes and bassoons and shit like that.
The Grammy goes to Not Like Us, Kendrick Lamar.
Not Like Us won 5 Grammys, bro.
5.
Are you?
So did they sweep? Well, no, they didn't sweep.
No, he swept every single Grammy.
He didn't get rap. He didn't get rap. Well, GNX wasn't that. Okay.
Yeah.
So okay.
Every Grammy he was.
Everything he was
nominated for,
he won.
He won.
Yeah.
Record of the Year, Song of the Year, Best Hip Hop Performance, Best Music Video, and then one more. So. Yeah, bro.
I mean, shout out to him, man. He's having a phenomenal run. You know what I'm saying?
Is it what like what's a topic we could like? What's the topic for this, bro? Like, congratulations, Kendrick. I don't even know. Like,
I mean, there's really not much to say about it. You know, to be honest. I
Kendrick just opened his mouth.
I learned what a Canadian tuxedo was.
Shout out to. Are you gonna rock that?
I mean, I think I've rocked a version of that before. Like, is it just like denim on denim?
It's
like,
just denim on denim.
Yeah.
And I think you might have to have a denim cap. Maybe, but maybe you don't. I don't know.
I got it. Yeah, I never heard the term, and I'm like, you know, I've taken fashion merchandising classes.
Yeah,
before.
yeah.
Like, I didn't know the Canadian tux. So I thought that was funny.
Well, they're not selling out of the Canadian tux at Burlington Coat Factory, bro. That's not an American favorite.
I thought that was funny. But I do like what he said. So this is what I do like what he said.
Yeah.
The speech, you know, was important.
Very.
You know, to highlight and put some respect on hip hop. You know what I'm saying? And its importance and framing it as the art form that it is.
Facts.
Because it's not just you know, what people may perceive it as, where it's just some silly thing. It's just an easy thing to do.
Yeah.
It's not real art.
Yeah.
And he had to like set the record straight. Like, this is really what I do it for. I do it for hip hop, and it's bigger than everything. Like, you gotta respect that for sure. Like,
I'm so glad that you just brought that. I respect that so much that you just brought that up, because that is the most important thing that he did on that night. Fuck the 5 Grammys. You got to win the 5 Grammys to get the opportunity to say that.
yeah.
But he's talking to everybody. This is that wasn't a message to white people that don't rap. That was a message to white people that don't rap. That was a message to black little boys and little girls that do rap. Like, bro, if you're out here, like, I just got out of jail and I didn't write any verses and I didn't think about anything and I tell the same story over and over again, and my whole goal is to get some money, not even to help my community, but just to get some money, please exit, bro, because you not like us, bro. And when I say that, that's what the real conversation is about between Kendrick and Drake. Drake is like us in that regard, where he has dedicated his life to the craft. But a lot of you people that just like swagging it, that's just twerking it, go get a job. Like, cause you ain't helping nobody. And to be honest, you really watering down the motherfuckers who did what you're doing even better. So, yeah, man, that was a very important thing to say, you know, standing up on that stage talking to the whole world. And the thing is, everybody was so excited. Everybody was so excited, bruh. Like, niggas was high-fiving and like
bro.
fist bumping and like holding the glass flute, not spilling a drop. Like, Taylor Swift is in that bitch bopping. Bro, Taylor Swift and me have the same bop, bruh. We bop the same.
She was on beat for the first time.
Did you see that, bro?
I saw it. Yeah, I saw it.
The shit looked like they were really celebrating the demise of a monstrous beast.
No, yeah. So that's another thing. You know, I'm glad, you know, to address was the room. The room was Dr. Dre and Lucian Grange. Look, celebrating.
Like,
very interesting when you look at the reality of the lawsuit and you look at everything, the collusion, that's the alleged collusion.
That's a fact,
very, very interesting.
It provides credence to these theories that maybe the people were working against, bro.
Like A Minor, I said, man, at this point, I feel sorry for Drake.
I mean, I ain't gonna say I feel sorry for him because
I'm like, damn.
look,
son.
I'm gonna be the same nigga to just redouble down every time. I don't feel sorry for him, but I've been saying for a while, it does look like everybody is working against him. But I don't feel sorry for him because that doesn't happen randomly.
Right.
That's just not some random shit. And I've personally seen certain things and behaviors that let me know how he might interact with others. And watching the fallout from the battle and stuff, seeing him, he is a double downer. He is a person when you say, hey, stop doing that, they say, no, I'm gonna do it more. And so that's a specific personality type. And I can imagine when you say, hey, I don't like that you just fucked my bitch, you go try to fuck my other one.
Yeah, it's you know, it's a very interesting dynamic, but it's his time, and I'm happy for Kendrick, you know what I mean, because he's a real true MC, true student of the game. What he does with his music, you know what I'm saying? And
it's important. It's just important for our community.
So I like to see the real win, you know what I'm saying?
Facts.
At all times. And he's someone who's going to show up as himself authentically at all times, you know what I'm saying?
And I like to see the blueprint he's laying for other people to see how to move.
Yeah.
Yeah, move without ego. Move with patience. Move with understanding and discipline. Move with intention. and integrity. I just like those things that he's portraying, not through even mouth service, but just showing like
he's embodying it.
Yeah, he's embodying it. And so we saw Lucian and Dre high-fiving and clapping and hugging and kissing. So that leads me to my next thought. Lucian Grange and Elliott Grange, bro. Like, I'm gonna take Lucian's side against Drake, but at the same time, it's something weird going on with Lucian Grange, bro. Like, and Elliott Grange, they seem to be like collecting every facet of the hip hop community and monetizing it a lot of times to the artist's detriment. So it's, you know about Lucian and Elliott?
So are they at odds right now?
No. That's their father and son.
Yeah.
No, they're not at odds. They're linked in tandem. They're working together.
Yeah. So I mean, Elliott's at Atlantic.
Yeah, he just became the president of Atlantic at the age of 31. He skipped over a bunch of people like in line, and then a bunch of people quit after that happened.
Yeah, there were layoffs too.
A lot of layoffs.
So it's real deal. I mean, it's business at the highest level, you know. And so if you've seen Succession or any of these shows, you know, it's a family empire. You know what I'm saying?
That's
Elliott went and started his own company. You know, 20K projects or
10K projects.
And you know, he discovered a bunch of, you know, up and coming artists.
To Trippie Redd, Tekashi, Ian Dior, and then most recently, Ice Spice. Yeah.
Right. So using data and analytics, you know, that's what he brought to the game, and it worked. And
he sold that company for $102 million at the age of 29.
And now he's here, right? So, you know what I'm saying? What to make of it is just, you know, when you're in a position of power, you preserve it.
That's facts.
And you build wealth for your family, right?
And when you have a family business, the children don't go elsewhere. They stay within the family business and continue to capitalize off of the inroads that the family has made over time. Young kid, 29 years old, sells a company for $102 million and then takes a job. You know, where we at, we don't really understand stuff like that. Like, we don't understand Elon Musk being the richest man in the world, taking a job for Donald Trump. But the point is to put yourself in the position to monetize that position and start to control it.
Yeah, because it's like, UMG, and so Atlantic's not under UMG.
No.
So it's like, okay, I'm over here.
I got this.
I'm controlling damn near 70% of the market, whatever you want to call it. And then so you're going to go over there, and then you're going to control the other however much percent.
We're going to leave them 2%. Until we can get that,
because when I win, you win. It's still the family. Like, we control. So what I like to see more black executives. What I like to see more, labels, black labels, and qualified, blacks in power.
Of course,
I would like to see that. Right now, the game is I won't say rigged. The game is what they want it to be.
If that's a fact. That's a fact. The game is, whoever controls the game, And I think we're gonna get in. That's some symbolism from the. You know what I mean? We gonna get into the. We gonna get into the symbolism in just a second. So we got to move there quickly as well. So Drake's beef with UMG. We never really reported on how UMG responded to that. Can you pull that up right quick?
Yeah.
And so while you pulling that up, I'm gonna just share some more information. Yesterday, Drake unfollowed everybody on his Finsta account except for Elliott Grange's wife.
Okay.
After posting a picture of her wearing an OVO sweatshirt.
Interesting.
It's very. At this point, is it interesting or childish or immature or what? Like, I didn't.
I mean,
bro, like this is at a point where it's like, bro,
it's very petty is the word I'll use.
But does it work though? Is that why he keeps doing it?
It's not. It's just, I don't think it's effective. I don't think it's effective.
So why does he keep doing it? Because in my brain at this point, somebody has to have like crashed out behind him doing this.
Take on it. You're the legal expert.
Let me read this. Not only are these claims untrue, but the notion that we would seek to harm the reputation of any artist, let alone Drake, is illogical. We have invested massively in his music, and our employees around the world have worked tirelessly for many years to help him achieve historic commercial and personal financial success. Throughout his career, Drake has intentionally and successfully used UMG to distribute his music and poetry to engage in conventionally outrageous back and forth rap battles, to express his feelings about other artists. He now seeks to weaponize the legal process to silence an artist's creative expression and to seek damages from UMG for distributing that artist's music. We have not and do not engage in defamation against any individual. At the same time, we will vigorously defend this litigation to protect our people and our reputation, as well as any artist who might directly or indirectly become a frivolous litigation target for having done nothing more than write a song. Well put, legal counsel. And on that notion, we'll move right along.
Sounds good.
Sounds very good. So after that, we'll skim past this one. Drake got into some DM situation where he DM'd a random guy about LeBron's wife. You don't remember that?
No, what?
Oh, yeah, we won't get deeply into it, but in the DM, he was like, this is like if Nike sponsored a campaign for LeBron cheating on his wife. That's what Drake said in the DM to the guy. And then academics crashed out numerous times to confirm that LeBron and Drake used to go on two mans.
Yeah. No, I saw that part. I saw that. That was crazy.
That was ridiculous. So we'll move right on past that. Now Drake is showing up with bullet holes and smoke out of his shirt. Okay, we'll move past that.
Everything that, let me say, what I will say is every move that he's made thus far has just been bad.
It's poor, bro.
It's like, yeah, that's what I'll say.
That's all we'll say. He then replaced LeBron's name
in the record.
But not LeBron. I used to be 6, but now I'm 23, not LeBron. That was pretty waste of time. Party Next Door album coming tomorrow. You excited? You think it's gonna be good?
Am I excited?
Yeah.
I think I'm looking forward to the music.
Okay.
You
gonna stream it?
Yeah. I'm still a Drake fan throughout all this, which is why I will say this, so I gotta say this, you know what I'm saying? People gotta stop acting like Drake is not Drake. You know what I'm saying? At the end of the day,
oh my God, y'all focus.
It's getting crazy. No, it's getting crazy.
How do people act like Drake is not Drake?
Yo, the way
what
that
do
people are such followers.
Okay.
So I'm a fan of Kendrick and I'm a fan of Drake. You can like both artists and acknowledge that one of them took an L. But to completely do a 180 and act like one guy is the guy and the other guy is just not the guy anymore is crazy.
Hold on.
Because now
Drake is not the guy anymore, bruh. He's not him, bruh.
People are acting like this man is like, he didn't give us a decade plus worth of...
Bruh, I'm sick of this. The bots gave us a decade.
No, so
Yachty gave us a decade. Vori gave us a decade.
He's one of the greatest...
40 gave us a decade.
He's one of the greatest ever. So people gotta relax. I just had to get that off. Go ahead.
I'm not gonna lie to you, bro. Tyga is harder than Drake. Next. Anywho. Okay, so the PNB album, I'm gonna listen to it. I'm gonna be honest. It's a lot of y'all. I just want y'all to know, as people like me out there, I'm not gonna stream it because I don't want to add to the numbers. I'm a hater. I want you to know I exist. Okay? You stream it. I want the numbers to be low.
Right. Because but I will say this: I don't think that he should be dropping an R&B album right now. I will say that.
Okay.
I said that before.
You did last pod
where I was like, nah, bro. which is why I was listening to 5 a.m. in Toronto the other day, and like records like that, like he needs that. I need that type of energy. I need aggressive raps.
Bro, he gave you that over the summer, bro, and people didn't connect to it. No Face and the joint with Thug, the Thug and Savage, the circadian rhythm joint.
Yeah, but like not like I'm a shooter, you know what I'm saying? Energy, but I'm that guy energy, like where he just popping his shit, like, you know.
Okay.
Like those, like the timestamp records.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
A record like 6 p.m. in New York. Or
he gave you the Fighting Irish freestyle, bro.
For him to even record that is just like.
All right. Okay. And this is the last Drake. DJ Khaled and Drake. What do you think of the Must Be Drake bill?
Yeah, well, I mean,
let's break down it. DJ Khaled posts his rollout for the new album on the internet. It's a motion picture movie. Had to spend $250,000 on this. The premise of the movie is that he's got 2 Drakes, and Mark Wahlberg stole them, and he's an action hero trying to get them back. Drake comments, "Must be Drake bill." All right, now.
Well, I think that Drake is not pleased with, you know, many people not taking his speaking up for him, you know, or switching in this situation. I won't say switching up, but staying silent, and Khaled being one of them. So I think this is his retaliation for that.
You cool with it?
I don't like it. I mean, I don't like it, but
Drake don't care what you think, nigga. Fuck you.
I mean, they've had a close working relationship
Very
for
close.
many years. Put out a lot of hit records together.
Drake is really one of them people who think like
it's entitled.
His symbiotic relationships, he didn't receive anything from them. He really thinks that like other people, and I'm not here to say that Khaled didn't get more for working with Drake than Drake got from working with Khaled. But Drake, I don't think you're Drake if I'm On One never comes out, bro. I just don't believe it, bro.
Yeah.
And no new friends.
That was a moment for him, yeah, because Khaled. That was when Khaled was.
That took them both, like, and Rick Ross, like it. That was a rocket ship for all 3 of them boys. So,
yeah.
I don't know what's going on, but do Khaled better than that. But also, Khaled, what you should do is go get Drake Bell and have him do 2 features. Fuck it, have that shit be whack and corny.
They said Khaled took it down, right?
He took it down. Khaled took it down, and it looked like the rollout is postponed.
Yeah.
It's whatever.
He gonna have to go kiss the ring or something, you know. It's you know what I mean. He gonna have to go be like, because you know how Khaled feels about Drake.
Do you think that those 2 Drake songs would influence you to listen to a Khaled album at this point?
I mean, I'm always listen to a Khaled album, even though they've been progressively getting worse. If I'm just being honest. I'm gonna just always tap in just cause, you know what I'm saying?
All right, and you know, we big as the Super Bowl, bro.
Big as the Super Bowl.
We big as the Super Bowl. I heard the Super Bowl itself was very trash, and I agree. The actual game was not great. But they said the halftime show reflected that. Where you standing? We haven't talked about this, y'all, so I really don't know. I'm really interested to hear what my guy has to say.
I enjoyed the performance. I thought it was entertaining, and I thought it was thought-provoking.
Okay.
So, in terms of the commentary around it, we can talk about that. But for me, watching it, I was hyped. The people that were in the room could tell you I was hyped. And I continue to say this. I respect Kendrick a lot, but I never was like the biggest Kendrick fan.
Yeah.
But just because of the moment, right, you know, that he's having, you know, and everything that led up to it, I was really excited, and I thought it was an enjoyable performance. So when you look at what it takes to truly perform at a high level, every box was checked.
Every one, bro.
The breath control, the clarity,
bro,
the movement, you know, the choreography, like the messaging. You know what I'm saying? Like,
I think that people have started to get spoiled by people not doing their job. And what I mean is a lot of these artists, they have a backing track. So the audience can hear every word very clearly. And it's EQ'd and mixed up for it to seem like maybe a little bit more live than what it actually is. That man was running up and down the football field for the Super Bowl performing fast raps, bro. His like complex raps.
Listen.
No backing track. And guys, let me tell you, I'm a performer. I make a lot of songs. For me to perform the song, I really need to be hearing my vocal in my ear to cue to me what's coming next. Dude was doing it off the top of the dome, bro. That's not easy.
It's not.
On the biggest stage while hitting the marks.
Right.
So
the execution.
You know impeccable.
That's elite level performing. You know what I'm saying? And so I posted on my story, you know, like afterwards, and I'm like, yo, if you said it was whack, you know what I'm saying? I got into arguing with somebody. I'm like, you just don't know what you're talking. Like, you just don't. You're not like, you don't really know what you're talking about.
Facts.
You're just looking from an entertainment value standpoint of just, oh, I didn't like the song selection, or that's frivolous. When we talking about performing, that was elite level. That's elite level performing.
That's elite, bro. And look, man, you got some artists that they go out there and they do what you want them to do.
Facts.
And then you got some artists that they go out there and they do what they need to do. You know, we had that conversation a long time ago, giving the kids their vegetables and how the artists haven't been doing their job with that. We feeding niggas a bunch of empty calories. Like, why would everybody need to see All Right Again when he just performed that at the Pop Out? He just performed that record at the Pop Out. Why do we need to see Swimming Pools or Bitch Don't Kill My Vibe?
Money Trees.
We don't really need to see those records again. And more than that, if he just chooses not to want to perform them because he wants to perform the newest records that he made, that's his choice as the artist. And
it's not like for nothing, the records he performed, Squabble Up is a #1 record.
It's a #1 record, bro.
Yo.
And we was waiting for it for months, excited. So,
like, it was viral.
Yeah.
I mean, like, so.
Okay, so the song selection. What did you think? Okay, so we got the freestyle, the tiramisu freestyle, Squabble Up, DNA, Humble, Euphoria, and the SZA songs, Not Like Us, TV Off.
I thought it was important for. I don't get me wrong, but I think Luther was #1 too. Luther went #1.
I don't even know. I don't know the numbers. It's an amazing song, though.
But yeah, he's performing hits nonetheless. You know what I'm saying? That's my point.
Yeah.
And so I was very excited when he did the small part of Euphoria that he did.
Yeah.
Where the beat switches and he's like,
oh yeah,
like,
yeah.
Dun, dun, dun,
Yeah.
Like, that was like, because that was my favorite record throughout the battle.
Yeah,
so
bro.
I was like, I didn't expect Euphoria. We all knew Not Like Us was coming. But I wasn't mad at the song. So I wasn't mad at the song selection. I do wish they would have did 30 for 30. So I could have.
Okay.
I could have took he could have took the Black Panther joint out.
You can't take that one out, bro. No? That's the one, because I don't like that song very much. It's a cool song, but you can't take it out because that's the most pop. It was the most understandable for people who don't know who Kendrick or SZA is.
Yeah, I could,
like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And 30 for 30 is more of a B-side record anyway that you gotta kind of be a fan.
Yeah.
It's more like Peekaboo.
Yeah.
Like that Peekaboo record, that was weird. I didn't expect that to be there, but the performance of that was fire.
Yeah, I did. So it was a good it was a good mix of records. Man in the Garden, you know what I'm saying?
That Man in the Garden, the rendition, how they did the doo-wop type under the street lights.
Yeah.
And again, he was performing that live, bro. The breath control. He couldn't get motherfucker all the way out because of how crazy he was rapping. So, and then you got Sam L. Jackson walking up right after that. Deduct One Life.
Uncle Sam.
Hey, man. So we saw a lot of people who didn't like the show because it's like it's pretty much a 50-50 sort of reaction.
Yeah, it's very polarizing. It's very polarizing, which I like. You know, I don't want it to just be one way. You know, let me put it like this. Since I'm a very argumentative person,
yeah,
I like when there's, you know, a divide in that sense. You know,
that's fine
because it creates discourse. It you know what I'm saying?
It provokes thought because conversation occurs.
Yeah.
And yeah.
If everybody was like, "Oh man, it was great," it wouldn't be as fun to talk about.
It wouldn't be as let me explain this and let me think deeper about it so I can break it down more for you. Yeah, that's a good point because that's a great point. I do wish, because what you said is true of me as well. If I don't agree with you if you say this wasn't a good performance. So while I'm actually talking to people, I do want them to be understanding. No, I need to be looking for that too, or I need to be tuned into the storytelling aspect, or the artistic depth, or the communal message. But like you said, without the disagreement, we don't actually say those things and get them out into the air.
Yeah, there's just so many dissertations behind this. We don't even have to go into it.
No, but let's go into it a little bit because. Yeah. He got the video. Okay, so we start out. We all see the X and the square and the O and the triangle, and that's a PlayStation controller.
Right.
But here's where my mind went. Also, the X and the O and the square, Squid Games.
Mm-hmm.
Squid Games, bro.
Yeah,
people fighting for their lives.
Yeah.
So I haven't heard too many people speaking on the Squid Games aspect of it, but. When you add that in, the video game aspect, overall it's a game, maybe a safe one, but then you add the Squid Game aspect in there, they sniping niggas out here, bro. Deduct One Life. Now you get the aspect of people fighting for their lives.
Yes.
And then it starts out with him coming out by himself and then bringing all of, the blue out, the red out, the white out.
Which I immediately thought about the unification of gangs.
Facts.
Right? That's part of the mission that he's on right now is uniting gangs. Yeah.
But he starts off, so if you look at that first part, the blue is out front, or the white is out front, the red is on one side, and he's over here wearing the blue PG Lang jacket. As the red comes this way, he goes this way. So they're starting off separate. And so the whole show, what they're doing is they're coming together. And so you have this idea of the gangs coming together, the separate black communities coming together. But then you also have the idea of the coming together of America when he makes the flag, bro. And it's like, okay, bro, I didn't know we was doing this right now at the Super Bowl.
That type of statement, you know what I'm saying?
That's important, bro. That's important. That's James Brown in 1963 type shit. I don't want to just be a musician. I want to affect the little brown kids. You know what I mean? And the white kids. And but then you have all the hood imagery. Like, I don't know if it was set up at a certain point to look like a street block, but when you get those street lamps out and then you get that long white runway, it just kind of seemed like a street, like a street in the middle of the hood. And so the whole time you have Uncle Sam talking to him like, yo, play the game, get it right, don't fuck up. And I guess all of that is just to say, we're all here trying to navigate this game, trying to figure it out. There's many pitfalls, many holes that we can fall into. And in order to get it right, you really do have to play it perfect. In order to get to Kendrick's level, you have to play it more perfect than my father played it. in order to get to my father's level, you got to play it more perfect than his father played it. And we still are in that game, bro.
Yeah.
You are still fighting to make your daughter have a better life against the odds.
Right. You know,
So,
black people, right?
Yeah.
The flag, the symbolism, you know what I mean? We built America.
We built America.
So that was like a literal and figurative thing. Like, we built it. So showing them as that,
Yeah.
it's like, you know what I mean? And then teasing the not like us versus, and then
They like to sue.
And then coming back to it, that made it even more fire. So
Yeah.
I think if you're just looking at it like, oh man, this was just about Drake, you're not really seeing the bigger picture of it, and you know.
Yeah, and if you just like they didn't have enough hit singles, all right, well that's the type you a hit single nigga, and that's
what this whole thing is about.
That's cool.
And that's what the whole thing is about. Is this battle really is putting hip hop fans into two buckets, like,
yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Are you someone who wants to be pacified? You know what I'm saying?
By the hit singles?
Yeah. Or, you know, you want to be electrified. Like,
facts.
You want to really feel something, you know what I mean? Like, so.
And then maybe it's about how do we bring those worlds together too, because we gotta be pacified at some point. But you can't focus. You can't ruminate on all of the ills and the displeasing things. So we do need that escape. I think that escape should be less frequent than the other part, paying attention to what's important in your life. But we need both. So
gotta be a balance for sure.
Was it too Drake heavy? Was the Super Bowl performance by Kendrick Lamar too Drake heavy?
I mean, to me, I would say no. You know, I mean, he did the biggest record that he just, you know what I'm saying?
You gotta do that.
That's
record.
a no-brainer.
Yeah.
And then he did the little bit of Euphoria. He could, you know what I mean? Like, so it wasn't like it was a very strategic thing. I think that was a part of it, but I don't think that was a focal point of it.
And that was, to me, when you get a Kendrick Lamar doing that song, Not Like Us, because remember, folks, he didn't put it on the album. He did us a favor. He said, I know they want a hit single, I'm going to give them one. I just do.
You know, I got to play their favorite song. Their favorite song.
Yeah, you know what I mean?
This is their favorite song. Why would I not do it?
That would be crazy, bro.
Hey,
that would be insane.
On,
I do have to agree with Maul on that point. They're not giving the Super Bowl to Kendrick Lamar if Not Like Us doesn't come out last year. And that's perfectly fine. He made the song. It's not like it's an AI song or some shit like that.
Hey,
so
it is what it is.
He broke the halftime show record, and then that pushed him
the biggest ever.
That pushed him over the all-time Spotify monthly listeners record. Beat out Drizzy. So that's
going number one again. Off of for GNX.
I heard his jeans were starting a whole controversy. Are you a fan of that? The taper into the flare.
It's cool.
It's cool.
It's cool.
Is that new or is that like?
No, we know
niggas been wearing that.
Everything is cyclical when it comes to fashion. Like we've seen this before. You know what I'm saying? The flare. You know what I mean?
Because I thought niggas was doing that right now. So everybody was like, "What's this?"
People are doing the kids they're doing the whole leg is big.
Oh, okay.
So I think that silhouette where, like you said, is tapered and then it goes into the flare was different than what the kids are doing now, where the entire leg is just big.
That's so crazy because, you know, I make clothes. I'm a little nigga. So I was, you know, turning a lot of my pants into that. And because they were already tapered at the top, I was just leaving them tapered. So I've been wearing pants like that for a minute. I thought everybody was like, but them shits look fly to me. So I think that's the next wave.
It could be. I'm not mad at it.
Are you going to join the wave? Are you doing new pants at this age?
I haven't been, but you know, I'm the type of person, I just go off of how I feel. Like, so
yeah.
I don't like to just ride the wave unless it's something I really, really like. that feels like true to me. But I may not rock with something at first, and then it can grow on me.
Yeah.
Pause. And then I'm like, oh, let me try it, because I feel like I can really pull off anything.
That was a crazy pause.
So you know what I mean? It just depends. It just depends.
All right. So if your wife was Serena Williams, do you let her, though she's a very wonderful woman and makes all of her own decisions, do you let your wife go to the performance and crip walk on her old nigga's grave?
Well, let's see. I'm the husband. I'm gonna say yeah.
Oh, definitely. You want to hate on this
I'm
nigga?
gonna say,
Let's get it.
Well, it's you know, based on what happened to her before when she crip walked, you know what I'm saying?
What happened to her before?
It said she said she got penalized at the U.S. Open or something like that. There was controversy around her crip walk before.
So she crip walked at the U.S. Open or somewhere else?
Somewhere at a match, and I think she got penalized. Or she said she would have got penalized. Then you got Drake taking shots at her, right? And records and
her husband.
Man, and why not?
Yeah.
And then they came to her, and it was like, yeah, we want you. We loved your crib walk. Like, yeah, we want you to do it.
Let's do it. You from Compton. You grew up in the same area. We doing it for the community. Got my stamp of approval, babe. Knock this out. So,
these motherfuckers is taxing.
Here's my question to you, bro. All right, we sitting here, we potted, we calm, we cool, we cordial, okay? I pull out my gun, I shoot you. You live, you survive. Are you gonna tell on me?
Are you me and you?
Yes. You saying if we good enough friends? Hold on, if you was my other nigga.
Am I? I'm not.
Bro, this is so crazy because it's really like, nah, bro, I'm not doing that, bro. I'm not.
Nah.
I gotta handle, bro. Like, so what are you doing? I completely wow the fuck out, bro, and shoot you. What are you gonna do?
That's a good question. I mean, that's a wild scenario because I mean, at this point in my life, I mean, to be honest, like I'm not gonna go try to kill you. I'm not gonna kill you. I got things. I got a life to live. I got people to take care of. I got a lot to lose. So
I'm not gonna kill you.
I'm not gonna sue. There's gonna be some level of retaliation that's physical.
Gotta happen, bro. Something gotta happen.
There's a level of retaliation that's gonna be physical, but not fatal.
This is so crazy, bro, because I'm like you, bro. I cannot tell on my homie. If we've been homies for a while and you shoot me, which means we are clearly not homies at that point, I just still can't even tell on you, bro.
Yeah.
It's kind of like, I don't know what it's like. Is this the sad part about the black community, bro?
It is. Because like it doesn't make sense. Like in a regular world, I mean, like where somebody inflicts like harm, life-threatening harm to you,
bro.
Where it's fully okay to take legal action.
It's fully okay, bro.
It's like and do the right thing, which is go through the process of like going through law enforcement, file police report. Like that's what you're supposed to do.
I just can't.
But me personally, I can never see myself on the stand testifying against my man, family member, whomever.
My old man's like I know your mom.
Yeah. He called me a pussy. Like,
nigga, what are you doing, bro? I would be sitting behind the desk like, nigga, are you serious, bro? For real, nigga? Like, are you telling on me, bro?
Because I don't even know. Because now
I did call you a pussy and all that, but damn, bro, you telling niggas, bro? You don't want to fight me, bro? Damn, bro, we gotta just hit, bro. We gotta fight, nigga. Like, I gotta shoot you back.
He trying to get the bag. That's what
that nigga's definitely on the bag. So, thoughts on the ASAP Rocky trial then?
I mean, from what I seen, it looked like he really shot, bro. So, I mean, I don't really. I don't have a comment on it. I don't want to see a black man go to jail, but I mean, everybody has to be held accountable for their actions. I don't know if he did it or if he didn't do it.
I don't think he shot bro for real.
I'm gonna let the courts decide, you know, the outcome. And you know, I know he got 2 kids, and you know what I'm saying. I do think that he should have took the plea.
So I think he should have took the plea.
Bro,
I think the reason he didn't take the plea though is because that if he takes a plea, it makes him look more guilty in the civil trial, where because he's suing him for $30 million.
Oh my God.
So next question: if I did shoot you, would you sue me for 30 M's if I had it?
You gotta give me
I gotta give you
you
something.
Gotta,
I gotta give you something, bro.
If we just like you get into it, you got mad, you shot me, you lost it, you wild, you just completely out of your mind. Yeah, I gotta get something. I'm not gonna sue. Like we can work out an agreement, but then you know what I mean. We gotta work something out. I don't gotta be in the court, but
very last question, bro. If you was wilding the fuck out, right? And it was like 3 of the homies, like it was me, Roy, Dale, and like you started trying to fight Roy. And I was like, nigga, stop. But you strong as hell. And so I started trying to fight you to get off Roy. You beat my ass. And then Dale jump in and you handling him too. And now you handling all 3 of us. And I'd be like, all right, bro, I gotta shoot your ass. Boom, stop. All right, you come out of whatever the fuck you was going through. Are you like, how are you handling it? Are you taking accountability, or are you mad now?
No, I mean, regardless, I'm gonna be mad because if you shoot me, you're trying to kill me.
No, nigga, you was handling us thoroughly, bro.
In my mind, it's my person. If you shoot me, you're trying to kill me,
bro. There's
no way, because you can't dictate where a bullet's gonna go. Like, I wasn't trying to. I was just trying to stop. No, if you shoot me, you're trying to kill me because this is a life-threatening. This is a fatal. This is a deadly weapon.
No, nigga, I already tried to fight you with that.
But gun is a deadly weapon. So
but look though, so you watching the videotape back? We like, Ty, you was tripping, bro. You don't believe us. Watch this tape, bro. And then you see the tape and you hawking niggas. Get off me. Get out of here. And then I'm like, Ty, there's no way to stop you. I gotta shoot you, but I'm gonna aim for your foot. Boom. All right, you see that? Are you taking accountability? Like, damn.
No, I'm always taking accountability, but yeah, I can still be upset at the outcome. Like 2 wrongs don't make it right.
What, nigga? You are beating niggas up, bro. Like, we gotta stop you,
2 wrongs
bro.
don't make it right.
All right, bro. We can't stop Ty, bro. This nigga Ty is not taking accountability for his actions, folks.
Listen,
I'm suing this nigga, bro. On God, for the assault and battery that he inflicted upon the homies.
Well, hopefully that would never happen.
That would never.
We already know, but in that sense, yeah, it's unfortunate to see any type of violence against whether they're friends or not friends. 2 black men. This is an unfortunate situation for everybody. There's legalities involved as well. You know what I mean, as far as the spousal, the domestic partnership that him and Rihanna have is at jeopardy, right, in terms of the financial impact that this could have. So that's a whole nother situation too, as far as like they're not legally married. One of the attorneys saying, hey, can you not refer to her as
his wife?
Yeah. Right? Like that was key, right?
Yeah.
Got a liability standpoint.
Oh, I didn't even think about that.
From a liability standpoint, because if you're married, you're one entity.
Yeah.
Right? And she's a billionaire.
Facts. I didn't think about that part. Because they kept calling her, you know, his wife. But I do want to say this, y'all. It wasn't a real gun. It was a prop gun. A$AP Rocky did not shoot that man for real. He was just stopping a crazed lunatic from doing his thing. He was beating all the homies up. A$AP Rocky put an end to it. Peace out. Heaven on earth.
Hey, let's get it.
Yes, sir.